Hey, so the government's dropped a bunch of UFO files, and unfortunately, I find them a bit underwhelming. The orbs that they've been talking so much about, these orbs that pop out of the ocean and appear and disappear, I I'm really starting to wonder if these things are nothing more than just water droplets on the sensor. So here you can see that we're watching this orb move around, and as it's tilted, you can see that we're on something that tilts, maybe a helicopter. Uh, it starts to move in the direction away from the tilt, suggesting that momentum and gravity are affecting of the camera itself is affecting the orb. The other thing you notice is that the orb seems to be behind the windmills in this. I think this is a offshore wind farm. It seems to be behind everything that's dark, but in front of everything that's light. And these windmills are underwater. I mean, they if it was an actual object, it would disappear behind the windmill, underwater as well as above water. There wouldn't be any just difference, I don't think. And so you can see that now we're highly tilted. Now this thing's starting to go the other direction again. And so when you think about these orb videos, which there's a few, and their erratic behavior and the way they just sort of at some point zip off and then are never found again, that strongly correlates with like a droplet on the sensor. So imagine, if you will, that you have like a labyrinth with a marble and a board on it, and you're balancing it. And as you sort of just slightly tilt it, the ball moves in a direction that very much resembles these orbs. And then if you think about on this labyrinth, when you actually tilt it too far and the marble falls off, so in this case, once they lose track of the orb, they never find it again, right? Well, same thing here. It now just the droplet of water got stuck on something off to the side of the sensor, so now it's not on it anymore. And it makes a lot of sense. Like, imagine you have this box and it's very well airtight. Water can't get in. But over time, it gets banged around. Stuff happens. Expose the elements, temperature, all that. All these videos are like over water too. So there's a lot of humidity. It makes a lot of sense that at some point a little tiny droplet just condenses inside of there. And then it ends up at some point touching this tiny little sensor. And it's barely moving. But to the person viewing it, it looks like it's actually moving more like this. That's what I think these orbs are.